Weird sensation. So that's a look at using our eyes. Now let me ask you a question. How many senses do we have? Now most people would say 5, some might say 6, some might say even more. But there's one thing we can be definitely sure of, and that is that we have only 5 physical senses. There's touch, there's taste, there's sight, there's hearing. Touch, taste, did I say 5? Touch and smell. There you are. I wondered what it was. Okay, so there's the 5 senses. We're going to do an experiment using the 5 senses, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to alter your analysis of events by controlling and manipulation the perception of your 5 senses. Now, simply put, that means what you think you saw isn't what you thought you saw, even though what you think you thought isn't what you thought you think. Does that make sense? It might be easier if I show you. I'm going to use something, an everyday object you're all familiar with. No, it's not plastic cups, and it's not ice. It is something that my mother said might produce sensory hallucinations. Yes, Coke. A popular beverage for generations. If you listen very carefully, you will hear as I pop the top of the can. And if you watch closely, you will see as I pour the brand beverage from the can into this cup. You will see the transparent cup filling as the liquid pours into it. And if the room goes quiet, you will even hear this cup filling. Now, if you watch and hear, you will hear and see as I crush the can that once encased that liquid using nothing more than the power of my mind as I flex my muscles. Come on, how else? All right, so we've looked at 2 senses, seeing and hearing. Let's now explore the other 3 senses. Now, it's impossible for everybody in the audience to experience this, so I'm going to invite 2 people to come up on stage to represent the audience as we explore the other 3 senses. Now, I do need 2 cooperative volunteers who are ready, willing, and able to each drink a glass of cola. So let me see, how about, you ready to drink a glass of cola? Yes, and what about yourself? All right, give them a round of applause as they step up this way. Right, now, you step just there and you stand just here facing everybody, and tell everybody your name. Chris and Ian. Chris and Ian, there's a glass for each of you. It's fairly full. Now, what I'd like you to do is, for the sense of feel, just hold it close to your face and you'll actually feel some of the bubbles popping up against your skin. Mm-hmm. Sniff and you'll sense the aroma as it wafts up. Yes, up into your nose. You can taste it and smell. Now, what I'd like you each to do is take, if you'll pardon the expression, take a big gulp. Now, you will feel the cold liquid as it tickles and trickles over the back of your tongue, down your esophagus and into your tummies. Oh, you can feel that? All right, so we've involved the other 3 senses. Now what I'd like you each to do is to drink down your cola as quickly as you can. Don't choke on it, and take your time, but hurry up. And I think Ian is winning. Chris is not far behind. We're very close. Maybe Chris is going to win. I know, you've been 8 at a birthday party since the last time you drank, so pretty much a dead heat. We'll give them a round of applause. All right, now, would each of you spread out slightly, feet slightly apart, hands out by your side? I want you to swirl that cola around in your tummies. Okay, feel it swirling around inside, all right? Now give it a shake. Left foot here, left foot in, Left foot out, left foot in, shake it all about, you do the, okay, now, I think my mother was right about the sensory hallucinations. All right, so what have we done? Our senses tell us we've seen a can of cola opened, the drink poured, and the drink drunk. I think that's where we would agree. The evidence of our senses has provided. But think back what I said at the beginning. I said the idea was to control and manipulate the perception of your senses. Can you still feel the cola inside? Mm-hmm. Can you?
Mm. Yes.
So that would appear to be certain evidence. Mm-hmm. But let's add in an extra sense, one of our psychic senses, our sense of imagination, and ask ourselves that great question, what if? And the question of what if? What if the can of cola here, if you were to imagine seeing this can, which is buckled here, imagine you were seeing the can unbuckling itself. Imagine if you were to hear it as it uncrunched itself right in front of your very eyes. You see it there, uncrunching itself? Imagine you could also see the can visualizing, filling up from the bottom. You had X-ray vision and you could see it filling up. Indeed, so not just was the can full, but the can itself was completely sealed. Gentlemen, would you raise your glasses, please? And please give them a round of applause as they take the refreshments back to their places.